Good morning, students. Welcome to GN virtual classes. I am Assistant Professor Jasprit Kaur from GN College of Education. Today I will teach you about phrase, clause and sentence. Before going to the topic, I will tell you about this thing. This is the syntax structure. This is the syntax structure. In the syntax structure, first of all, we learn alphabets, and from the alphabets we make words, and from words we make phrases, from phrases we make clauses, and from clauses we make sentences. So, today I will teach you about phrase, clause and sentence one by one. First of all, I will introduce you with the phrase. What is a phrase? Phrase is a combination of words which in a sentence, this is the part of a sentence, but it cannot stand its own. For example, very beautiful. Very beautiful is a phrase, but it cannot stand its own. It is a part of a sentence. Like clause is also a part of a sentence. There are 5 types of phrases. First is the noun phrase. The words which describes the nouns now that are called noun phrases. For example, my brother's friend comes to visit him. Here my brother's friend is a noun phrase. My brother's friend is a noun phrase. Second one is adjective phrase. What is adjective phrase? The words which describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun, also defines the quality of a noun or pronoun, is called adjective phrase. For example, Anu has silky smooth hair. In this sentence, silky and smooth is a adjective phrase. These are the adjective phrase words. Next one is verb phrase. The words which define the main helping verb and auxiliary verb are called verb phrase. For example, the dogs have been barking continuously. In this sentence, have been barking is a verb phrase. Have is a helping verb, auxiliary verb, and barking is a main verb. So these two consist make a verb phrase. Next one is adverb phrase. The words which modifies the verb are called adverb phrase. For example, they saw some abundant puppies at the corner of the street. At the corner of the street is a adverb phrase because it modifies the puppy's activity, and that is called a verb. Next one is prepositional phrase. The phrases which contains preposition and with the object. These are the words which takes preposition with object called prepositional phrase. For example, jewelry boxes were kept inside the boxes. Inside is the preposition, the boxes is the object. So this is called the prepositional phrase. So these are 5 types of phrases. Phrases are the words which is a part of a sentence, but it cannot stand its own. It has only the words, like there are 5 types of phrases: noun phrase, adjective phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, prepositional phrase. Noun phrases are the words which contains the noun, and adjective phrase which words which modify the noun on a pronoun. Verb phrase has main verb and helping verb, also called auxiliary verb, and the adverb phrase has a words which modifies the verb in the sentence, and prepositional phrase contain preposition with object. So the question from this type is comes like, you have to underline the phrases. Like, she is very beautiful. In this sentence, you have to underline a phrase. In this sentence, very beautiful is a phrase. First of all, you have to underline the phrase. Then the question comes like this. Which phrase is this? This is an adjective phrase. This is the adjective phrase, very beautiful, because it qualify the pronoun. It defines the quality of a pronoun. She is very beautiful. So this is a adjective phrase. And sometimes you are asking a question to choose a phrase. You have to choose a phrase from the words very, ago, then, he. From these four words, which is a phrase? Very is a phrase. So you have to select a word which comes in a phrase. Like very large, etc., happy, time ago. So in these words, very large is a phrase. So you have to come across with this type of questions in your exam. Next one is a clause. Clause is also a consists of words which has a subject and a verb, and it is also a part of a sentence. The subject and verb have a relationship in it. Clauses are two types: main clause, that is the independent clause, independent clause, that is also called subordinating clause. So independent clause has only subject and verb, and dependent clause has subject plus verb plus subordinating conjunction. When you have to add with subject plus verb plus subordinating conjunction, then this is called a dependent clause. Main clause is independent because it stands its own, but the dependent clause is dependent on the independent clause. For example, she is living in Delhi because she studied there. In this sentence, she is living in Delhi is independent because it can stand its own. But because she studied there is a dependent clause, because it is dependent on the independent clause. It is also linked with because is a subordinating conjunction. Because is a subordinating conjunction and it has subject and verb also. So this is the dependent clause. It cannot stand its own. And the question are asking from this type is that you have to select which is a dependent clause in the sentence, like he is listening music because it calms his mood. So in this sentence, he is listening music is a independent clause. It can stand its own. It has a subject and a helping verb. And because this is the independent clause, because it calms his mood, this is the dependent clause, and this is connected with the because is a subordinating conjunction. So this is all about the phrase and the clause. Now I move forward to sentence. What is a sentence? Sentence is a combination of words which make or expresses sense. So this is called a sentence. Like he is playing in the park. He is playing in the park is a sentence. It makes a sense. He is playing in the park. So there are four types of sentences. Declarative sentences that are called assertive, interrogative, exclamatory, imperative. Declarative are sentences are those sentences which has positive and negative impact. Like, for example, I write here, he is cleaning his room. This is declarative because we declare he is cleaning his room, and this is a positive form. If I write here negative form, he is not cleaning his room. This is a negative. This is a positive declarative. This is a negative declarative. The next one is interrogative. From the interrogative, you understand this is a question form of a sentence in which we ask a question with WH question words and with the helping words. Like I ask here, what is your name? This is a what is your name, and it contains question mark. This is an interrogative sentence, and this starts with a WH word, and sometimes the question is starting with the helping word. Like, is she hearing my phone? Question mark. Next is exclamatory. Exclamatory are the words that defines the deep feeling of a speaker. Like it expresses sadness, happiness, joyfulness, and expresses the expression for others' admiration. This is called explanatory, and it contains exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence. For example, wow! Wow, what a lovely flower. What a lovely flower. Next is imperative. Imperative sentences are further divided into 4 parts: command, request, order, entreaty, etc. Some types of other things are also included in it. Command means when you are giving a command to someone, like open your books. Open your books. This is a command. Open your books. Give me a glass of water. Give me a glass of water. This is order. Please help me in completing my work. Please help me in completing my work. This is request. I request you to help me in completing my work. Entreaty means you are inviting someone in your home or for a tea or coffee. Like, it is a pleasure if you come to meet me at my home. This is entreaty. It is a pleasure if you come to meet me at my home. I invited someone to come at my home. And this is also used for advice. You should obey your elders. This is a advice. So there are different types of imperative sentences. You have to understand which type of imperative sentence is this. A sentence is a combination of words which expresses a sense, and there are 4 types of sentences. First is declarative. This is also called assertive, and it is negative and positive also. Next one is interrogative, which started with the question word, WH question word, or sometimes with the helping word. Exclamatory defines sadness, happiness, joyfulness of a person, and it contains exclamatory mark. Then imperative sentence. Imperative sentence contains command, request, order, entreaty, etc., advice. So you have to understand which type of sentence is this. The questions from this part is asking like this. You have to convert assertive or declarative. You have to convert assertive or declarative positive sentence into negative. Positive into negative. Like he does his work. You have to change it into negative. He does not do his work. He does not do his work. Here do is a action verb. So I write do here. Then you have to convert exclamatory sentence changes into assertive. For example, what a lovely scene. What a lovely scene. In assertive, the scene is very lovely. The scene is very lovely. So you have two questions, come across with questions, and sometimes you are asking the sentences written. Which type of sentence is this? Like, give me a pen. Which type of sentence is this? This is a imperative sentence. This is a imperative sentence. And from imperative, which type of? Order. This is an imperative sentence. And you come across questions from this type. So that's all about a phrase, clause and sentence. Phrase is a combination of words which is a part of a sentence and it cannot stand its own. There are 5 types of phrases: noun phrase, adjective phrase, verb, adverb and preposition phrase. Then comes a clause. Clause is also part of a sentence and it is divided into 2 parts: independent clause or dependent clause. Independent clause stands its own, but a dependent clause is dependent on a independent clause or a main clause, and dependent clause is joined with the independent clause with the help of a subordinating conjunction. Then sentence is a combination of words which expresses a meaningful sense. So this is divided into 4 parts: imperative, declarative, interrogative, explanatory. Thanks. I hope you understand the topic well, and I ask you to subscribe our channel so that we can provide you more material to achieve your success in your exam. Thank you so much for watching my video.